नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोधीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हरे कृष्णा। So, Tanaya Desh devotees are also must be planning to celebrate Gaur Purnima now
Yes,
within
Prabhu.
2 days.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So this is a very appropriate time to discuss on these subjects. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which recently one devotee was here, he was describing so beautifully the value of Chaitanya Charitamrita given expressed by our acharyas. They are great devotees of the Lord. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, knowing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is great fortune because his Channa avatar is not known to the people of the world. But we can understand that how mercifully he has appeared in this world. And his pastimes are narrated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's life's narration, he was mentioning how Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur instructed the devotees to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he said that in all throughout the world, the most beautiful nectarian presentation of our philosophy, culture, everything, lifestyle is described. That is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he said that if somebody is staying in a house and filled with so many things, suppose his house catches on the fire and he has to somehow the other vacate the house. Then he said he should carry three books with him when he is quitting the house. Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is that Parivarjaka Acharya Maharaj, who was Shankarshan Nitai Prabhu in previous Mayapur manager. He was narrating this story recently when he came to Pune. Very, his narration was very beautiful. I am not so like that, but he was describing Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur describes that you, if there is, if we are to escape from that fire, and at least some few things can we catch up and take out, then you should try to bring at least three books: Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. But then he says, so Thakur gives an allegory. This is not a serious thing. It is to be, the message has to be understood from this, is that one should leave Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, he should take and come out. And if he is not able to take that also, then he should leave Bhagavatam and put the Chaitanya Charitamrita on his head and run out of the house. But he should must bring Chaitanya Charitamrita. At least. At least. Yeah, so this doesn't devalues the value of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, but it describes the glories of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he was mentioning that time when Srila Prabhupada boarded the Chaluduta and he was sailing to the ocean. It was very terrific time. We are knowing it. He went through sickness, heart attacks, and many, and he was alone, first time going on the ocean and outside India, and he was desperate and everything. So that time he mentions, my only solace in this voyage is reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a nectarian one to read. So this is divided into three parts. Adi Leela describes the so many important philosophical aspects of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Who is Advaitacharya Prabhu? Who is Gadadhar? What is the living entity and Supreme Lord's connection? Very beautiful tattvas. Who is spiritual master? All these things. And at side describing like this in 13th chapter of uh, Adi place. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented in a very mystical way, and the first part of his life was also very difficult for the people to easily understand it. But he performed very special pastimes. So, what was the situation of Navadvip Dham before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented? There is an elaborate description of that before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in this world, and that is that there, matlab, our Srimad Bhagavatam and other things describe. If you have to describe something, then in what circumstances that particular situation has happened that needs to be described, then it increases the value. So in the similar fashion, when we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, it was completely a very different cultural setup at that time. And after Mahaprabhu revolutionized preaching Krishna consciousness, it was altogether different. So what was going on in Navadvip before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared? And that is described. And there is very nice saying in the world that empty minds is the devil's workshop, or khali man shaitan ka ghar. That is described in Hindi also. So if that was the situation in the people of the, when we don't have anything to do, then we end up in doing something nonsense. So people of Navadvip were very prosperous, very learned, and simultaneously because of learning and prosperity, money and knowledge. So they were spoiled also, and they became extremely materialistic. And what materialistic situation was there? It describes such a horrible situation which cannot be seen in modern time also. But that kind of horrible situation was there. People were not having anything to do. So then they used to arrange the festivals, all kinds of festivals. They sometimes used to marry a dog and she dog, and they used to arrange a marriage, or sometimes they make the marriage of donkeys. And on that, now nothing to do now. So that doing all kinds of useless things. Ah, So they were marrying and spending crores of rupees on these kind of marriages. And not just like that. Sometimes they used to uh, marry the plastic dolls, wooden dolls, and all like that. Or they used to make the competitions of the animals, running races, or wrestlings of the animals, and spend hours and hours and months and years together in such kind of waste things, right? So such kind of materialistic situation, when a devotee especially is stays in this kind of atmosphere, he feels very bad. It's not that we should not have opulences in our life. We should utilize these opulences for glorifying Krishna and celebrating festivals. Festivals is a part of life. How can we sustain our life without festivals? Festivals are essential, but that doesn't mean all kinds of nonsense festivals. There should be a meaning to the festival. Entertainment should lead to enlightenment. This is very important. Entertainments are available in the world, but the end result of the entertainment is the enlightenment. So when we attend the festivals in our temples, such a wonderful one, we come together, we discuss something, we sing the bhajan and glorify the Supreme Lord, and we sing the kirtans and we dance for the pleasure of the Lord. Devotees combined it together so beautifully, they dance together. And after the program, if all the devotees are tired, then we can have prasadam, then we can wind up everything, and devotees combinedly do this great festival. And what is the result of the festival at the end? If you ask the devotees, they feel, I'm so happy that I got such a wonderful association. My faith on Krishna has increased and never danced in my life so much. See, such wonderful enlightenment after attending the festival, right? So it is very clear enjoyment is a part of entertainment, is a part of life. But that entertainment has to lead to enlightenment. And that was completely opposite there. By marrying the donkeys and dogs and dolls and seeing the animals wrestling, this and that, we get bored after some time. But this is no rasa at all. But then it was happening again and again and again, and whole world is. And in the marriages, it described, even in the human marriages, people show each other what I have, how much I have, how beautiful I am, how big I am. And then when we are sitting in that kind of group, I don't know how many of you have gone through this particular experience. Sometime you may have to attend the marriage of some of your relatives or something like that. And then if you are seasoned devotee, say, staying in a community filled with the devotional engagement, then you hear that talks, you feel so bored. They will keep on bragging themselves. My son is here, my daughter is there, I am here, I am there, I did this, I did that. And everybody keeps on speaking the same things, but nobody speaks about Krishna. How bad we feel, how fish out of the water we feel, right? So, if the world is filled with like that, how will you feel staying in that world all the time? You will be frustrated. So, by seeing the extremely materialistic situation of Navadvip, especially the devotees who were staying in Navadvip were very upset with this whole system. They were saying such so many resources we have, such an intelligentsia we have in here. And there are schools of big learned scholars and so much money, but there is no glorification of the Lord. So that time, the devotees in Navadvip used to come together in the house of Advaita Acharya mostly, sometimes in the house of uh, Shiva's Thakur, but most of the time in Advaita Acharya's house, and used to come together, discuss Bhagavatam for hours together, chant Hare Krishna, dance in the kirtans. And one of the very important part of their gathering was they used to pray for the residents of Navadvip Dham, considering that, oh my Lord, please shower some blessings on these people. so that they turn their faces towards you and they should turn away their faces from their materialistic enjoyment. And the Advaita Acharya, the leader of the devotee community, and he was not an ordinary personality. If we see, the chapters are there for each of these personalities. Who was Advaita Acharya? Advaita means non-different from the Lord. That's why his name is Advaita. And his name is Acharya because he came to this world to establish the principles of religion by showing an example. What is Acharya? Acharya means the teacher who teaches the student by his own examples. That is called an Acharya. And Advaita means one who is non-different from the Lord. So thus if we combine this Advaita Acharya word, then it becomes one who is non-different from the Lord who came to this world to teach the principles of religion. And then Advaita Acharya was in the role of a devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came in the role of a devotee. So Advaita Acharya was feeling in his heart, even being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Advaita Acharya was Mahavishnu. Still, he considered that he cannot be able to give Krishna consciousness to these people, especially the uh, highest understanding of the God, that is worshipping the Lord with a great love and devotion, without a tinge of desires, without a tinge of selfish aspirations or demands, but serving the Lord for pleasing the Lord. That is described in Bhagavad Gita also. Dadami buddhi, bhajatam priti purvakam. Bhajatam priti purvakam means the Lord loves the devotee who serves him with great love. Bhajatam bhiti purvakam nahi. Bhiti purvakam means somebody worships the Lord with bhiti, fear. No, he was describing that worshipping the Lord with great pleasure. And that kind of worship is there in Vrindavan. People in Vrindavan don't fear Krishna. His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj describes that no matter what happens, what kind of miracles and what kind of extent of the miracles, magnitude of the miracles Krishna shows in front of Brajavasis, the Brajavasis never admit that Krishna is ordinary, extraordinary. They consider Krishna as ordinary. They don't fear Krishna. As soon as we meet an extraordinary person, our relationship with him is always with awe and veneration. Suppose you happen to meet a minister of Kuwait, Kanai Desh, right? Do you casually talk to him? How are you, sir? What you are doing, sir? No, it will be very formal, very cordial, very respectful, right? It is obvious. It is obvious. So as such, the minister is not in permanent post or something like that. But still, if you meet some great personality, even if an police inspector, superintendent of police, SP, I don't know what you call it in Kanaya Desh, but whatever, he's a big man. So how will we meet him? Even a businessman, suppose. How will meet him? With respect, with gentleman, and we'll be very careful what we are talking to. So Brajavasis are the one who don't at all fear or have relation with Krishna because Krishna is God. No, they just are mesmerized by the sweetness of Krishna. Radha Swami Maharaj describes the Gopakumaras, the friends of Lord Krishna who herd the cows with him, how they deal with him. Chaitanya Charitamrita only describes it. Hey, तुम्ही कोण बड़ा तुम्ही आम्ही सम. He describes, अरे आप बड़े नहीं हो, आप और हम सेम ही हैं. We are not different. We are of the same style. And then they describe the story of Krishna playing with the cowherd boys, and then they make the teams, Krishna's team and Balram's team, and already the decision is made that the team which will lose, then they have to carry the winners on their back at certain distance. It's a free ride, you know. The award is sometimes the award is free ride. So this is a free ride. You have to do. Then Krishna's team lost, and then they said, okay, pick up somebody and take him. Krishna says, no, I will not pick up anybody. And they said, why? Already we told you the rules of the game. If you lose, then you have to pick up somebody on the shoulder. He said, no, no, I will not pick up anybody. He said, why? I said, I am the son of king. Nanda Maharaj, I am the son of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, the king of Vrindavan. I am this, by being the son of a king, I don't have a habit of picking anything. I don't pick up my plate after prasadam. How can I pick up such a big heavy load? I don't have practice of picking anything. Everything is picked by other people in my home. So there should be some practice, na? I don't have practice of picking. How can I take it? And these guys are now, they said, nothing doing. You either pick up somebody and give one right, otherwise you are out of the game. Chalo bahar niklo. You are going to be, what do you call it? Mm, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Is driven out. Huh? What it's called? Uh, banned, banned, banned from the game. You get out from the game. And he said, and then he was sitting. Now, who they are banning? Just imagine. They have seen him killing Agasur. They have seen him killing Bakasur. They have seen him lifting Govardhan Hill. Such kind of great personality. They have already seen all these miracles. And still they don't have a fear that this person will do something to us. They get out. And then Krishna is sitting. And then they are playing. How they are playing in front of him as if he doesn't exist at all. They forgot also that somebody is sitting and watching us. They got engrossed in their playing as if Krishna doesn't exist. And Krishna was thinking, these people are not even seeing me. And they were so happy playing and all. Then after some time, Krishna goes to them and he says, please allow me also to play with all of you. And they say, yeah, we will allow you to play, but you have to follow the rules and regulations of the game. It's not that when you play, and then when you lose, then you say, no, I'm not going to fulfill the condition. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. बोले, if you're going to follow all the rules and regulations, then we will allow you to play. Otherwise, either get out. He said, no, 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 I'll follow, I'll follow. And then they allow him to play. And then if he loses, then he had to carry. So just imagine, there is a contrast which is described the in of the devotees outside of Vrindavan and inside of Vrindavan, because Arjuna was also the friend of Lord Krishna. But when he saw the Vishwarup form of Krishna in the battlefield, right? There were thousands and thousands of mouth start, and there is a whole universal space he was watching, and there was nothing apart from Krishna there. Beginning, middle, end of the universe was filled with Krishna, and such great opulences, and the Kaurava army was entering in the mouth of Krishna, and Krishna was chewing them out. There was a ghastly form Krishna showed. And then Arjuna immediately felt, Arre, I was considering that he is my friend. I made a mistake. He is not my friend. He is great personality, Supreme Lord. And he immediately started offering prayers and asking forgiveness. Saketi matva prasabam yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he saketi ajanata mahimanam tavedam ajanata mahimanam. I was not knowing the glories of yours. Please forgive me. Ajanata mahimanam maya pramadat pranayena vapi. And pramadat, madness, out of madness, I have acted with you, and then I have called you, oh my friend, oh my Krishna, oh my Sakha, and all these things I called you. I have sat with you for eating, I slept with you, I roamed around with you casually. Never I respected you as a Supreme Lord. Please forgive me, please forgive me. Arjuna was immediately got bothered by seeing the opulence of Krishna for some time. But that was not the case of Brajavasis. Brajavasis, no matter what Krishna does, they don't bother it. They all every time considered Krishna as an ordinary personality like them. They loved Krishna. They did not fear Krishna. They loved Krishna. So this kind of love, the spontaneous love with a great pleasure, this particular love is possible only when Krishna comes. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes very nicely that there are levels of love and Aishwarya Prem and Madhurya Prem and all these levels of love. But the love which the Brajavasis have, that Narayana cannot give. That is described, Chaitanya Charitamrita describes. Lord Narayana can give mukti and take somebody to the Vaikuntha. But this kind of a spontaneous preeti, love, is not awarded by anybody. And what happens because of that? Advaita Acharya feels that even if he is being Vishnu, he can give mukti to the people. But as far as to give the love of Vrindavan, Krishna only has to come. Nobody can be else can come. So what he does an intense prayer to the Lord. And there is one tantra, Gautamiya Tantra. The name of that tantra is Gautamiya Tantra. And in that there is one description that if somebody offers water and tulsi leaves faithfully, regularly to the Lord in the form of Shaligram, uh, all his desires will be fulfilled. That is what is described. And Advaita Acharya was so fascinated by this particular description that every day on the Ganges, in a secluded place, bank of the Ganges, used to sit for hours and hours together and offer water bathing to the Shaligram Shila and fresh tulsi used to offer it, putting chandan and tulsi leaves, and every day worship Shaligram Shila. And while worshipping all this through the rituals, he used to chant loudly the names of Krishna. Hunkar, it is called as Hunkar. Hunkar means the sound of that. Hunkar means that roar of a lion. That is called as Hunkar. So the loud, it was used to be so loud that it is described that Advaitacharya Prabhu's sound used to break through the cover of the universe. How heavy is the universe? And then to break the cover of the universe and go all the way, crossing Brahmajyoti, crossing Vaikuntha, and reach to the ears of Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. And then Lord was, we are hearing these prayers, and Advaitacharya was praying, you personally come yourself. Eh, Lord Krishna should personally come to this world, and he should give something which people have not got from millions and millions and trillions of millenniums in their life. Anarpita charincharat karunayat avatirna kalau. There were Lord used to come every regularly. The great sages used to come in various paramparas and sampradayas and preach. But then they gave the path of an Aishwarya Bhakti to the people. Lord is a great master. We are his insignificant, small, useless servant. And we always offer our services to the Lord with a great veneration and respect. And Charitamrita described that doesn't give much pleasure to the people. And I did an experiment in this. Sometimes I used to meet some owners of some company and all some big people. Then I used to ask them, Okay, you have a free day today. Free day in the sense you have a choice. You want to be in your company where hundreds and thousands of your employees will be respecting you all throughout the day, or you would like to spend your time in the family members, especially your grandsons, who will be sitting on your head and back, and then will say, Dadaji, I want this, I want that, and you become ghoda and do this and do that, and they'll make you do so many things, and you have to speak all kinds of stories and lorries and make sounds and all. Is it you want to spend the time like this, or you want to spend the time in your corporation, whereas right from the security gate to your office, wherever you go, you say, good morning, sir, good evening, sir, good afternoon, sir, good evening, say, good morning, sir, and like that. Is it what you would like to do? And I'll tell you, I asked this question at least 30, 35 company owners and big shots. And unanimously, every time they said, no, if I have a choice, if it is a free choice to me and I'm not going to have any losses, then I would like to spend the time with my grandchildren, will play around with them and all like that. So now somebody may say, अरे ये क्या है, ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, हमारे सर पे बैठ रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, कभी कभी सू शी करते तो आपको उनका ड्रेस भी बदलना पड़ता है, क्या कर रहे हो ये, मस्त कंपनी में बैठो, सब लोग सलाम ठोकेंगे, गुड मॉर्निंग सर, like that, and you may end up making some billion rupees also probably at the end of the day. Dekho, so much losses, and want to sit in the home and play with the children. Say no, we want to be there in the home and play with the children only. So if we just compare this particular situation, we can understand the situation of the Lord. You get bored with taking the respect all the time. Yeah. So there has to be an exchange of love without any formal respect. Then it touches to the heart the most. So this description of this particular Vrindavan love is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this particular capacity to give this kind of love is given, Krishna has kept that with him personally. So Advaita Acharya Prabhu wants this particular nectarian love to be bestowed on the Navadvip Vasis and subsequently to all of us who are going to come for the generations together. And he prays to Krishna, please come. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita describes this particular verse which I was just reciting. Anarpita charin chirat karunayad avatirna kalau samarpaitum unnata ujjvala rasam. This rasam, this nectarian relationship is called as ujjvala ras. उन्नत उज्ज्वल रसम स्वभक्ति श्रियम हरि पुरुट सुंदर द्युति कदम्ब संदीपितवत हो सदा हृदय कंदरे स्फुरतो वा श्री सचिनंदन. So that the Lord has to fulfill, because he has given the promise. If somebody worships Shaligram Shila, Tulsi Maharani and the water, and then what all his desire is there in the heart will be fulfilled. And then the Lord decides, okay, I will advent in this world and I will give that spontaneous love. See, we serve in the temple. We don't fear the Lord all the time, right? We very happily serve the Lord. Of course, we are not in the Sakya Bhava or something like that. We should be formal relationship till the time we are promoted from this world. We don't take it, Lord, for the granted, like the people in Vrindavan. They also don't take, that is their great love. But we now worship the Lord with respect, develop love for Him, and then after going there, then we can be in that spontaneous mode. So to give this particular rasa, give this way of worshipping the Supreme Lord, the Lord descends in this world in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the devotees keep on praying like this. Then it is described that in Navadvip there was a great Brahmana, that is Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, and these are the personalities who appears in this world again and again in the form of Vasudeva and Devaki, Kaushalya and Dashrath, and all the mother and father incarnations of the Supreme Lord. The same appear in Navadvip Dham. And then they worship the Supreme Lord Vishnu and express their desire to have a son. So they get 9 daughters, and all of these daughters, one after the other, they take birth, grow a little bit, and then pass away. And then they take birth, grow a little bit, and pass away. It was a very, very morose history in their homes that everybody used to take birth, immediately used to leave the body. Then they do a vrata and pray to Lord Vishnu, please send some beautiful personality in our home. And then first, the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishwaroop, he comes. He's also the form of Lord Vishnu. Extraordinarily beautiful personality. People used to just watch him. What a beautiful personality. He was handsome, tall, brilliant with godly beauty, and not like that. And then after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in this world from Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra. And in very special way, the Lord appears. And that Gaur Purnima day scenario is described that Lord chooses the time of sunset for appearing this world. And it's a full moon day on the day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. That's why we call it Gaur Purnima. Gaur Purnima means describes that it was a full moon day. And if you see the systems, on full moon day only there can be eclipses. Lunar eclipse will happen on full moon day, and solar eclipse will happen on no moon day, Amavasya. So like that. So that was a Purnima, full moon day, and it was a Muhurta. It was a constellation of a lunar eclipse, moon eclipse, lunar eclipse. And then in an Indian system, it is very nicely described very clearly that eclipse is a time of an inauspicious time. Right? Sun and moon are the eyes of the sky, eyes of the sun, eyes of the Lord, and they bestow all kinds of prosperity, energy, and taste, and all everything in this world. So when they are eclipsed, it is not an appropriate time, it is an inauspicious time. As such, inauspicious, it is inauspicious time all the time in this material world if you don't have Krishna consciousness. But especially it is even more inauspicious when it's going to be an eclipse. And that time what happens? Because it is an inauspicious time, everybody is instructed to spend the time chanting the names of Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chooses this time of taking birth in this world. And what happens at that time when this eclipse is there in the evening times, at the time of sunset, and then all the people. Now, I don't know how many of you have come to Mayapur in your life. It's a huge, huge, huge size of Ganga flows in Mayapur. Now, also, it's almost like an oceanic setup there. Our temple of Vedic planetarium, which is going to come, is right on the bank of the river. And even after such a horrible time of 2025, the extraordinary modern time, the Ganges flow there. And that time, Navdeep was a metropolis. Now it is a village. But that time it was a metropolis. It was filled with people, billions of people. And all these millions of people come out of their homes, Matajis, Prabhujis, children, young, old, everybody, every age, every caste, every lifestyle, everybody is out. What? To dip themselves in the Ganges while chanting the name of Lord and to save them from the inauspicious effect of eclipse. So just imagine 1 million or practically millions of people are chanting Hare Krishna. You know, highest number of people you must have seen chanting Hare Krishna, maybe 500,000, 2,000 people shouting the name of Lord. So beautiful it is. It's thrilling, right? But just imagine millions of them are on the street going towards the river or inside the river bathing and only chanting the names of Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that time the Lord appears. And then other people don't understand it, but the devotees feel, array, this is a different movement. This time never can be seen. And everybody is chanting. And there's a description, the Hindus, millions of Hindus are chanting. Because of that, so many Muslims, by seeing the conviction and the number and the volume of the Hindus chanting the name of Lord Hari, they also start the name chanting the name of Hari and taking bath. Everybody, right? Kuwait, you are surrounded by this kind of personalities. Just imagine tomorrow in your capital city, every of them, they must be having that sound box on the masjid, and then from there you hear the name Hari Haray Nama Krishna Yadav. What will happen? You will get jatka. You'll get a shock, right? And then the
Yes,
devotees, that will not happen. For that, Advaitacharya is required, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is required. We can only we can only fill the house, our house with
yes.
with
When
this.
we pass through Mayapur in the evening, we hear same similar 6 p.m.
Ah,
All the
ah,
Arti sounds come in the same time.
exactly. Now also, every single home, every single matha, every single temple will see Gaur Arti getting sung and devotees singing that. Yes, true it is. So, devotees consider this is not an ordinary moment. This is something special. And another one is when the Lord appears in this world, there is extraordinary changes in the atmosphere of the world. And they and then experience that vibration. Something amazing is happening. And then devotees have not seen him. But Advaita Acharya Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, Srivas Thakur, Shuklambar Brahmachari, Murari Gupta, they said something is happening when something special is happening. And then Advaita Acharya describes that the Lord is appearing at this time. We are not knowing where is he appearing, but the movement is something amazing that shows that Lord is appearing. And at that auspicious time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in this world. This is Gaur Purnima, Falgun Purnima, and this is the time of 1486. Yeah, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, 1486, Lord appeared in this world, and everybody was chanting that time the name of Lord. So Chaitanya Charitamrita describes why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to make the people chant Hare Krishna all over the world. Mahaprabhu describes also, I have made the garland of the holy name on the string of humility, and I have offered this garland to the whole world. Prithvite achajata nagaradi gram sarvatra prachara hoiva moranam. So it is yet to happen. By the time our generation will not see and the new generation will not see, but in 100 to 100 years, there will be such situation where every single village, every single home, every single village, every single town, every single city on the planet Earth, there will be temples, there will be devotees, there will be kirtans, And this is going to happen in every single place. Because why? Because it is spoken by the Lord. So Srila Prabhupada says we should not have a doubt that this will not happen. Yes, the situation of the world is the worst one. Yeah, that is true. But still, what the Lord can do, we can never understand it. So, considering all these things, the devotees get an assurance the Lord has appeared. And this particular day is celebrated now also as Gaur Purnima. It's more than 500 years before the Lord appeared, and now also in that same day. So Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata, they become very happy by seeing the Lord. And actually, you know, the appearance of the Lord is very divine. We cannot experience and we cannot explain also it. It is really difficult. But the Lord is so beautiful that none of the beauties of this world can match or describe it exactly how beautiful is the Lord. So that Lord, when He appears, it becomes every single one from all walks of life come to see Him. Jagannath Mishra has got a divine son, and the Lord appeared in the golden form. Just fair skinned people are appreciated over the dark skinned people generally. But if somebody is golden, shining golden white, so it is so beautiful to see this kind of personalities. And he has long arms and a beautiful face and curly hairs. And then the devotees understand that the Lord has appeared there, and all of them come with various gifts, and then come to Jagannath Mishra's home. And then there are demigods who take the anyway, there is a crowd. So in the crowd, people can take advantage. You cannot detect who is there in the crowd. So all the demigods become a gentle personality as a human beings and then mix in the crowd. And they also keep on chanting, they all keep on taking bath, and they also visit the house of Jagannath Mishra to offer their respects to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and take his darshan. Right? To take the darshan of the Lord in the child form is very rare, which is not available in the spiritual world also. If somebody goes to the spiritual world, Lord is a Nitya Kishore, a 16-year-old boy. You'll never find him lying in the cradle crying like a small baby. That kind of pastime it doesn't perform into the spiritual world. So it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. We say na something like that. Right now there was a Kumbh Mela in India, and this kind of constellation and Murta appears after 144 years. So such a heavy advertisement was made everywhere. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Next time after 144 years it is going to come, but you will not be there. So now rush it. So like that, Indian population is around 140 crores and 60 crore people came to Kumbh Mela and took bath. Just imagine, half of India, right? So a rare opportunity, Lord, in a baby form, very bold. So everywhere, whole universe, this particular news was spread. And the demigods and celestial beings and the devotees and everybody came to take darshan of the Lord. And again, the Lord showed the same pastime at home also. As a normal baby used to cry. And then generally babies' cries are dicey. Don't understand. Prabhupada gives many times example. The baby cries because of the hunger, and mother thinks that his stomach is aching, and she gives the medicine. She gives her medicine. She gives the baby the medicine. So it is very difficult to understand why the babies are crying. But you need to find it out why they are crying. Then they used to do the experiment, or somebody is uh, saying something, somebody is fanning, it may be hot, this, that, like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never used to stop crying. It's crying, crying, crying. And people are saying, what need to be done? And then they used to clap and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to smile and then stop crying. And then people understood, oh, this is the system of making him happy and stop crying. So as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to cry, all the people used to chant Hare Krishna. And then they understood this is the way of making him happy. So while taking birth, after taking birth, after doing all kinds of childish gestures in this world, Mahaprabhu very clearly demonstrated why he has come. He has come to drown the people in an ecstasy of chanting the holy name of Lord. And that particular thing he showed right from the advent in this world. So this is the beauty of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day festival of Gaur Purnima. So what we should do for making the Lord happy, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Gaur Purnima day? What he likes the most, we do that. It's very simple. And he likes that we chant. He likes that we make others chant. He likes that we call the people and make them chant. So the best gift to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the celebration of Gaur Purnima day is making the people chant Hare Krishna. And if we don't have that kind of opportunity because of this or that reason, then there is one thing which surely we can do is we can chant and dance ourselves. And that's why we can celebrate Gaur Purnima day. So this is a small description which I try to gather from some of the places and present in front of you. There are enormous pastimes which are going to flow after this, which Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu may take it ahead. So we'll stop here for the time being today. And I thank you very much that you also allowed me to speak so that I will also start remembering Gaur Purnima is coming near. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्री गौर
Uh,
Jai.
महोत्सव की जय, श्री हरि
Jai.
नाम संकीर्तन की
Chaitanya Charitamrita
जय।
ki jai.
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू सो मच प्रभुज, माता जी।
thank
So
you,
we
Prabhu.
take your leave.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu. Wonderful it
Prabhuji,
was.
1 second.
Yeah,
Prabhuji,
it
will you
was.
take any question? You have time?
Questions? Oh, there is all pastime. Okay, one question we can take. No problem.
Today's class, anything? Devotees, please use this golden opportunity to clarify your doubts, if any, from Prabhuji. Okay, no doubts. Fine, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we would like to thank you because you've given
Yes.
us a wonderful meditation before Gaura Purnima. You narrated in such a way, so we realize the importance of the advantage of mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Manorani Mataji has raised her hand. Mataji, you want to say something?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, it's me, Amalarjun here.
Hare Krishna.
Amalarjun Das here. Prabhuji, the class was wonderful, although I joined pretty late. For the time I was hearing your lecture, I had the impression that I was in Mayapur. So thank you so much for that. The way you have narrated, I really I'm with heartfully I'm saying I thought I was in Mayapur. So thank you so much for that.
Jai, jai, jai. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Very
much.
good. So the class has become really enlightening and philosophically successful because you are taken to Mayapur, literally.
Even I was willing that I
Yes,
should
Srila
not
Prabhuji.
describe the philosophy much and will just focus on describing the beautiful narration which Chaitanya Charitamrita does. So I purposefully tried to avoid after half of the presentation that I don't speak anything, just describe the pastime. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Srila Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. So on behalf of all
Yes,
assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Prabhu for gracefully coming, giving his Prabhuji's association with us and enlightening with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent in such a wonderful way, so that we all become always thoughtful and take shelter of Mahaprabhu, His mercy, causeless mercy in this fallen age. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. I'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude for giving your precious time for us and inspiring us in Krishna consciousness. So let us express our appreciation to Prabhuji by taking the shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai,
Shri
Srila
Vaishnava
Prabhupada
ki
ki
jai,
jai,
Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru
Jai
Maharaj
Varadaraja Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Indraj Shri Chaitanya Charitamrtam ki jai,
Jai.
Varadaraja Prabhu ji ki jai.
Jai.